I was stopped out, and most traders would actually give up after that. But I followed my plan and ended up making over $5,300 on the same move. Let me break down exactly what happened on this particular trade step by step. All right, so make sure you watch to the very end as I show you everything. All right, so let's get started right now. So before all this happened right here, let me show you what was happening. So we in the morning today around 10 hours, I spotted a very nice setup right here. I saw a nice drop based rally with a break of structure to the upside, and then we also had liquidity right here. So what I wanted was just for the market to tap into my area, give me signs of actually reversing, then to be able to execute. So I executed this trade with a 12 pip stop loss and a 528 pips target right here. A very beautiful trade. However, what ended up happening on this particular trade is that the market actually went against us and lost on the face trade right here. Then guess what happened after a few minutes right there? We saw the market actually taking out that low that we're trying to buy from, and then guess what happened? It had to actually reverse and go in our direction. I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is still in my zone. I'm going to actually continue to execute my strategy as long as the market is still in my zone. This was most likely just a fake out of this low right there. And guess what happened? The moment we entered this particular trade, now our stop loss was 42 pips and the target was still the same right there. So you can see that at this particular point right here, the market actually decided to go in our direction, and once we're up like 1-to-1 and the market had broken this level right here, we're able to actually go break even on this particular trade right here. And then see what happened after that. The market continued to push in our direction, and then guess what? We continued to actually throw our stop loss behind structure. At this particular point, we secured about a 1 hour, and everything was being updated in our private community right here. You can see the market continued to actually break structure to the upside, moving in our direction, and we continue to pay ourselves. At this particular point, we secured about 2 hours right there. And then we had some news event that was actually coming, so I had to alert the community so that they are aware of what's going to happen, right? And for the good part is that this news actually worked in our direction, as you can see, and the market continued to push up above right there. And at this particular point, we traded about 3 hours in profit, which is really good. And then guess what happened? Now the market just started becoming parabolic, started to move with big momentum candles in our direction right here. And at this particular point, we had to secure about 4 hours. It's very important for you to actually pay yourself. So every time, as long as the market keeps on moving in my direction, I just keep on trailing my stop loss behind structure. So I was just waiting for break of structures. Once the market breaks this, I move my stop loss below that. Once the market breaks this, I move my stop loss just like that, just behind structure, not too close and everything. Right here, we had secured about 1-to-4 risk reward ratio, and then the market continued to move in our direction, and then this was just crazy. Right here, we had secured about a 1-to-7 risk reward ratio right here. Remember, our target was like a 1-to-12 risk reward ratio, which is about 528 pips right there. And then guess what happened? The market eventually came to our take profit right here and smashed it. It was absolutely amazing. The way we managed to actually manage this trade was out of this world. It was very beautiful to actually witness this, me be able to actually do that, right? So you can see that this was actually very well managed right here. But what was happening before all this, right? Let's go to the higher time frame so that we can have the higher time frame context of what was happening in the market. So you can see that if you come on the 4-hour time frame right here, you can see that the market has been bullish for some time right now. So our job was just to actually identify the trend and then just follow the trend right here. So you can see that, okay, we're looking to buy right there. If you now go to something like a 1-hour time frame, let me show you what I saw and what prompted me to actually look for buying opportunities right here. So I saw this level right here. I saw a drop based rally, and which broke this structure right there. And then apart from that, we had liquidity at this level right here, which was very interesting. So for me, I was really confident that the market was going to actually react from this. But however, guess what happened? The market took out that low right there. That low was induced, and then So if I'd stepped out of the chart after taking that loss, guess what would have happened? I would have actually missed out on this particular move, like I missed out on yesterday's trade. You can see that it just literally just took out this low, and then once it took out the low, the market decided to actually move in our direction. And the good part is that I was on the chart, and this trade still met my criteria, and because of that, I was able to execute with confidence, knowing that I'm still following my edge regardless of what happened on the previous trade. And just the way this trade was moving, guys, Nasdaq can move like crazy. It was just amazing. The market just kept on going in our direction without giving so much pullbacks and all. And we just kept on trading our stop loss, and I was able to make like over $5,300 on this beautiful trade alone, which is just absolutely amazing. And the beautiful part about it is that the community was able to actually tag along and actually make money with me in our private community, and there's nothing more beautiful than that, right? This was just amazing, guys. This was a 1 to 12 risk reward ratio, and as you've seen, every step of the way was communicated in our private signals community right here, the premium signals community right here, from the entry right here, from the re-entry, break even, the 2-hour, 1-hour, up all the way to the take profit right here. Every step of the way was actually communicated. So the message is really, really clear, guys. As long as you have a strategy that has been proven to work, like I always say, you can never know what's going to happen on a trade by trade basis, and you don't trade like that. We trade in sample size. Your job as a trader is to just keep on executing the setups that meet your criteria. That's what you have control over, right? That's all. You don't know whether it's going to actually win or lose. You don't know. Your job is to make sure just to take all setups that meet your criteria, and when you continue to do that, you'll be able to be profitable over time. And that's what consistently profitability entails. Not that you're going to win every trade, but at the end of the day, when you've taken your larger sample size kind of trades, you are going to make money overall. And today was just an example of what happens if you believe in your strategy, you actually trust your strategy, and you're able to execute regardless of what happens on the previous trade. All right, so you guys, if you'd like to go into details and actually learn how I trade and be able to trade the same way I do, there are links down in the description. Check it out. Get our M&F mastery course. It will teach you exactly how I trade and everything. All right, and remember, you also get lifetime mentorship by me and lifetime signals and all those good things right there. All right, so I just hope that you've actually found value in this video, and if you have, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section. All right, until next time, goodbye.